Reading Matthew, the divine invasion of heaven's kingdom, an unexpected breakthrough. Matthew's gospel begins with a divine invasion, breaking through the monotonous chain of sinners begetting sinners. A heavenly genealogy emerges. The declaration Emmanuel, God with us, wasn't merely a name. It was a signal flare announcing a revolutionary turning point in human history. This breakthrough wasn't coincidental. Matthew meticulously connects Old Testament prophecies, showing how this event intersects with Israel's historical narrative. Just as Israel emerged from Egypt, Jesus too returns from Egypt. John the Baptist's appearance serves as the final seal of prophetic confirmation. The long-awaited Messiah had arrived. The kingdom turned upside down. Jesus' public ministry begins in an unexpected way. After firmly rejecting worldly temptations of wealth, honor, and power, he proclaims, "Repent, for the kingdom of heaven is at hand." This was no mere spiritual slogan. Through the Sermon on the Mount, he reveals that his kingdom differs radically from what religious leaders envisioned. You are the salt of the earth and the light of the world. This declaration to his audience was shocking. Even more surprising was how this salt and light mission manifested not in abolishing the law, but in fulfilling it more thoroughly. Love your enemies, instead of an eye for an eye, and don't harbor lust in your heart beyond, do not commit adultery. These demands transcended the Pharisees' legalistic observance. The kingdom made real from chapter 8 onwards, we see this new kingdom materializing. The physically sick, demon-possessed, and sinners find healing and restoration. A woman with bleeding touches merely his garment and finds healing. A paralytic is lowered through a roof. Even nature submits to his authority. As the 12 disciples are sent out to perform similar ministry, this kingdom movement expands. The words they speak aren't their own, but come from God's Spirit. This was how the kingdom grew. The clash of two kingdoms' conflict with religious leaders was inevitable. Everything became controversial. Healing on the Sabbath, associating with tax collectors and sinners, even disciples eating with unwashed hands. Yet, Jesus confronts their false kingdom head-on. The kingdom's nature unfolds through parables. It starts small, like a mustard seed, but grows into a large tree. It's like hidden treasure worth selling everything to obtain. It spreads quietly like leaven. Above all, this kingdom expands not through violence or coercion, but through voluntary sacrifice and love. The cross and resurrection, paradoxical victory. The conflict leads to Jesus' death. Yet he had foretold this as the sign of Jonah. Before Pilate, he offers no defense, going to the cross like a silent lamb to slaughter. Then comes the dramatic reversal. Jesus, seemingly defeated in death, rises. More astounding still, the risen Christ seeks out his disciples with a new mission rather than seeking revenge on his executioners. This was the true victory of heaven's kingdom, the ongoing invasion. Matthew's gospel isn't merely a biography. It's the story of heaven's kingdom breaking into human history, showing how Jesus made this kingdom real. This divine invasion continues today. Those following Jesus take up their crosses, humble themselves like children, and live lives of constant forgiveness. They become today's salt and light, carrying forward the core message Matthew sought to convey.